Origin Energy has brought forward the plant's closure by 7 years because it says cheaper renewable energy was destroying the power stations. But the world is salivating for our coal. We are still in need of baseload power, and we prop up the renewable industry to the max, as you mentioned.
Well, it'd be very simply solved. If we had no subsidies, then we'd get back to a true market. And a true market would have solar and would have wind in very isolated outback areas where you need to keep a phone going at B-tutor so they can print the B-tutor advocate, a railway signal on the GAN. But that is a great use for solar and wind, for low density power. But to run an industrial society, the only way you can do this is to have it massively subsidised and to have the average person bleeding through the eyes paying for their electricity bill. Quickest way to sort this problem is kill off the subsidies and say, let the market work it out.
I want to know what the New South Wales Treasurer will do, as he says he'll create thousands of clean energy jobs out of this. But without huge subsidies, how do we Australians make wind turbines? How do we make solar panels competitively?
Well, the New South Wales Treasurer is demonstrably wrong. Nowhere in the world have we had a replacement of baseload power, be it nuclear, be it gas, be it coal, with wind and solar, and have had more jobs. Yes, we will have a couple of jobs. A few coal miners might get a job mowing the grass between the solar panels or clipping the edges around a dirty big concrete slab for a wind turbine. They do not create more jobs. We know that worldwide. So that's the first thing. He's absolutely and totally wrong.
I want to ask you about transitioning to renewables, which they keep telling us will be inevitable. But tell me, Ian, we don't have the reliable technology that we're hoping to find yet. 2024 is a really premature place to start pulling down a power station that sometimes supplies 30% of New South Wales power supply. It is just massive wishful thinking, isn't it?
Well, of course it is. We're being told that we should transition to reliable, renewable energy. However, they don't tell us that the technology for this has not yet been invented. So here we are. It's the equivalent of being in 1850, saying, oh, we're going to do a round-the-world trip in an aeroplane one day. That technology hadn't been invented then. It's the same now. The technology to transition hasn't been invented. Net zero creates zero employment. It puts people on the breadline. It means unelected bureaucrats control your life and control everything that happens in your life. We once had cheap, reliable electricity. And as soon as we went to renewables, they then sent people broke trying to pay their electricity bills. The only solution to that is to come back to cheap, reliable energy. We could easily go nuclear. We've already got the foundations poured for a nuclear power station at Jervis Bay. We could go gas. We could go the high efficiency coal-powered fire stations, which China is building. They're building one of those a week. And if we want to compete, we have to compete with those who are creating the wind turbines and selling them to us, those who are creating the solar panels and selling them to us. We have to be more efficient, and the best way to have more efficiency is to have cheap, reliable power from gas, nuclear or coal.
I couldn't agree more on the nuclear front.